give that educational point, which you always have to imagine at any position, what happens if all the pieces are traded? And don't make a mistake in evaluating things based on that coming opportunity. So go ahead.
So a few reasons. If let's say we imagine this position with no rooks on the board, black's outside past a pawn, which at the moment is a weakness, becomes a strength. Because white's king has to cover that for the rest of the game or capture it, which will take a lot of time. But also black's h-pawn, not currently passed, but that's just as much a passed pawn, and it's one which white can't cover because white doesn't have two kings on both sides of the board to cover them. So black has two passed pawns on the edge of the board. A knight cannot handle passed pawns. It just can't. It's the worst piece for handling passed pawns, and especially in this instance where black also has a knight and king to help out.
Yeah.
So if we're wondering why white's not playing rook e to b1 to trade rooks,
that's why.
Trade rooks, especially a trade of all rooks, but even a trade of one rook will be helpful for black.
That's right. Which is why the knight on c4 is so critical, because it covers b2. So, and it prevents black from immediately doubling the rooks. But where are those double rooks going? Hopefully to b2. If you can't get there, then where are the inroads?
For the record, everyone saw the clock change. That was correct. Move 40 has been made by Jan Nepomniachtchi, which is why he now has an hour and 14 minutes. Magnus will be making his 40th move, and we will see an hour added back to his clock in just a moment. So, big moment here. Magnus surely thinking about all these future possibilities that Fabiano and Robert are highlighting. And yeah, this is going to be tough. Will it be enough to win? We don't know, but let's remind you that if somebody should win every single day, if there's ever a decisive result, Chess Kid is free for everyone. Adults and kids, though adults shouldn't really be on Chess Kid unless you have your kids using the site. You have chess.com for that. But Chess Kid will be unlocked premium all day, anytime there's a decisive result. Shout out to our Scholastic extension site, chesskid.com. So, all right. We're gonna stay here until move 40 is reached for sure, because we don't want to leave that moment. The moment Magnus makes his 40th move, we'll take a very quick break. But what do you think his 40th move is likely to be, Fabi?
I feel like knight f4 is the most logical. I don't see any other really logical move. First of all, you don't want to deal with the possibility of knight d5 check.
Yeah.
The knight might not can go to c4, but also knight d5 is a possibility. So I suspect knight f4, knight c4 to be played more or less instantly by Jan. And now we can answer that question of, was the rook better on b7 or on b8?
So you're saying you were right, I was wrong. Just say it.
Well, I think I mentioned rook b7. So in this case, we might both be wrong.
We were both wrong. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because it's Magnus's rook. He's the one who's got to change it.
Maybe he'll play rook e7. Maybe in that case, it justifies the move rook b7. Rook e7, and if white trades rooks, there's another rook coming to the e file. Take. Let's say rook to b1. Rook to e1 would actually be, I think, a terrible mistake because of rook to e6. Yeah, you don't want to trade those rooks.
Yeah, okay.
Rook to b1, and well, white has the b file. Black maybe has the e file, so we get an interesting position. But black's rook coming to e2 is potentially very troubling for white because f2.
The knight f4 is a monster.
Yeah.
It also protects g6. So you get the base pawn, but the second one's protected. d3, f2, f3, everything's a problem.
Yeah, this knight on f4. I mean, so we were initially sort of skeptical, if you will, maybe not critical of Magnus's decision to allow the knight to c4. But as you pointed out right away, Fabi, he was saying, I'm trading f4, which is what it may have been a donkey, but it had a duty.
I look at you and then you laugh.
You can't do that. I didn't even mean to revert
It's
that.
the World Championship. Every time you have some kind
pull
of gap.
yourself together. All right. The knight left its responsibilities behind. I will choose a different word for the services it was providing. All right. Let's. But so the point is, if Magnus puts the knight on f4, which wait, we have a move. He has not. He played rook d7. Okay.
What a
quick thoughts on that
move. I don't understand.
Wow.
After knight c4, he wants to play rook d5, or that is such a bizarre move. I don't get it. What is the point?
It's so strange. I was about to ask, did he, he's moved the piece a couple times. DGT picks up a square too soon, but no.
The other squares are even worse on that.
Yeah.
No, and obviously we had the camera, so we saw him do it in real time. But that was, I mean, the eval agrees with you guys. That gave the advantage, however, slightly back to white. And I think just the obvious follow-up knight c4 has a threat.
What is that?
What is he doing rook d7 for? All right, well, I don't know, but I do know that we need to take a very quick break. This is a great opportunity for everyone to take a breath. We now have an hour added back onto both players' clocks. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Promise it'll be short, and unpack all the mysteries behind this mysterious rook d7. It's round 1 of the 2021 FIDE World Chess Championship, and our coverage on chess.com continues when we return.
Yeah, check it out, come on. I said I'm coming off the top and I'm spitting it too fly. Peace to all the people who be repping in Dubai.